Still getting used to that. Welcome to another episode of the LARP channel. We had an invite to an event coming up right here in northern Indiana. And given what the LARP channel is about, visitations to other parks that we're working on, building different props out of different materials and whatnot, we were asked to actually make some items for this upcoming game. Now when that happened, I asked, what degree of my imagination can I go into here? Is there certain ways you want this to look? Is there certain things about this? Is there things you shouldn't put together for this sort of? And he said, you know what? You're the builder. Use your imagination. Go nuts. So what we decided was two of the types of spells that are in this particular game is the ability to cast lightning bolts and fireballs. The spell ball itself is just a piece of fabric with something inside of it that's soft, maybe rubber bands or a plushy ball or something like that. So it's about the size of a baseball. So I thought, what if you had gloves that allowed you to cast fireball or allowed you to cast lightning bolt? So that's exactly what we're going to do. Got these two sets of gloves, and we're going to try out hydro dipping. So what we're going to do is the first ones we're going to make is the gloves of fire. And the idea here is to give it some sort of a fire-esque looking look to it on the rubber-coated part of the glove. That way you look at it, the first thing you think is fire. So we got three colors, red, orange, and yellow. And we're going to just spray it over the surface of the water. And then from there you dip it down. Once it's submerged as far as you want, you shake it real quick to clear out any other paint. And you have your hydro dipped item. After that, we're going to let it set somewhere where it's open and air and it can dry out. Now, I've done this a few times before with weapons and stuff. Yes, I've had failures. Yes, I've had accomplishments. So we're just going to try it out. And I'm going to try to do a color scheme right in the surface. Once we get that part done, well, we'll go from there. So we're going to get these on. Now the idea here is I'm going to try to dip this way in, and I think I'm going to try to focus it roughly in this area right here. And let's see how this goes. Well, it kind of worked. And there they are. Now I got a second set of hands going to help me try to take these off so we can do the other one. And just to clean it up, we just go over the surface like this. And get the paint out. So to explain to you what's actually happening here, whenever we take the paint and we spray on here, we're not just spraying a layer of paint on, it's also spraying on a layer of film that is underneath the paint itself. So it's floating on the water and the paint is floating over that. So when you dip it down, the paint touches the surface of what's being dipped, and then the film on the outside of it dries up. And that's what allows that paint to stay on that surface even when it's submerged underwater. So now that we've done that, we're going to go again. And this time we're only going to do two different colors, a yellow and a black for lightning. Also going to look a little bit like something of a bumblebee, but that's okay. And let's see how we can do. Oh, that black is a lot stronger than that yellow. trying to get a little bit more yellow than I am black. I think that's pretty good. Now these particular gloves are a little bit bigger, a little bit more open, which also makes it more difficult to try to dip and get the whole surface covered. So we're going to have to go slower. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. Hopefully that works. So let's dive in and see what we can do here. Grab a paper towel. And there we have it. That one seemed a little bit easier. I guess I didn't really need the the black paint because you can't really see it. And it didn't get on the inside of the hand, which is exactly what I wanted. So I just dipped down this way and it worked out pretty good. Those look really good for some sort of a lightning streak-ish type of thing. So now we got to get these off, and we're going to set these up so they can dry out as well. Well, and that's it. I'm going to show you guys later on in the next video how the gloves turned out. They need some time to dry, and I had to have them out in open air. They were a little difficult getting off. I'm probably not going to do that again anytime soon. That being said, I had fun doing it. Now, this video is a little bit short. The reason for that is because we're going to be posting another video, full-scale raw footage, this Saturday of an event being hosted right here in my hometown. It's one of the games I play in, and we were asked to host the event itself. You're going to see a ton of different craftsmanship of different kinds. You're going to see a lot of combat with different style of weapons. It's a boffer-based game, which means weapons are cloth covered, they're heavier, they have less detail to them. It's still a fun sport. Last thing I'm going to tell you guys, over here on the side of the video, there's a subscribe button and a notifications button in the shape of a bell. Click on those and click on the option that allows you to keep up with every single video we post. That way you get a notification every time we give a video, and you can stay up to date with everything we do, whether it's visiting another park, doing another build, bringing a guest onto the show, which if you come to the next episode, you might meet somebody else who's going to talk about how she makes weapons as well. So until next time, have fun and stay safe.